Hey everyone, Dean Somerset coming to you live here from Edmonton, Alberta. One of the things I want to talk to you today is about the setup position when you're lifting for anything involving deadlifting or anything like that. What I see a lot of people do is set up to the bar, grab the bar, and then they get kind of a preload where they almost kind of rip their arms off and they're coming up into it. So they try to jerk the weight off the ground and they wind up causing either some neck or some shoulder trauma or some lower back trauma. One easy way that we can look at this to prevent from jerking the bar off the floor is to pull some slack out of the bar and try to get the bar at the very edge of where the weight is before you start pulling, rather than trying to get some acceleration into the end point. So if we look in where the end collars are here, there's usually about a 5 to 6 millimeter gap between where the bar sits and where the plates are. So if we take that slack out of the bar and we actually get it up to the top edge of the plates, we can actually reduce the chance of you having to jerk into the weight like that, and we can make it so you have a smooth transition from the floor off the ground. Another thing we can think of is when you grab the bar and you pull up into it, we're kind of pre-activating all the muscles that would do that deadlifting movement, from your shoulders to your back, through your hips, to your hamstrings, and get kind of like that pre-activation of the elastic. So think about if you take an elastic on a slingshot and you stretch it back, you're increasing the amount of kinetic energy that's available inside there in the form of potential energy. By pulling the slack out of the bar, we're increasing the amount of potential energy we have available in the muscles to be able to drive into that weight and be able to accelerate from there. What you don't want to see a lot of people doing is pulling into it to the point where they're fatiguing and they're getting dead tired on it. You want to essentially pull into the bar, get tense, get set, drive the weight up. Shouldn't be really difficult unless you're doing a max weight effort, but what you don't want to see people do is do that bounce where their elbows go through flexion extension at the bottom, shoulders move through it, and they wind up accelerating into that brick wall of a weight that's not moving until it gets about 6 inches off the ground. So in short, don't jerk it off or you could go blind.